Earlier today, it was announced that Howie Roseman got a 3-year extension. What does he do after he gets it? He goes and he plays a very dangerous game with Fletcher Cox. Dallas still stinks. You're my new King Dingbat here, and so we got some huge Eagles breaking news happening right now. I don't think many of us, if any at all, saw this coming. But I gotta tell you, there is some method to the possible madness of Howie Roseman in Howie Vision. But it's risky. It's very risky. Now, before we start this video, I gotta say, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We do Eagles content and NFL content every day. We just streamed for like 3.5 hours today. We're going to be streaming tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has been unsubscribing people unknowingly to themselves. This is happening not just to my channel, but other channels. So just double check. Make sure you're still subscribed because you ain't going to want to miss this stuff. I'm telling you, this is one crazy offseason already. Okay? So, today, the Eagles cut Fletcher Cox. They flat out cut Fletcher Cox with a post-June 1st designation. Now, the reason why the Eagles did this was because at 4 p.m. today, the Eagles were going to guarantee $18 million of his salary. $18 million more would have been guaranteed to what he was already going to get. Okay? That's a big number. That's a huge number. The Eagles didn't want to pay it, so they cut him, and the hope is that they can re-sign him at, a cheaper price. So basically they want to cut him, then they want to resign him, knocking out that $18 million that they were going to guarantee today. Now there's some confusion about this. I see people going back and forth, different media people, about how it's going to actually work. Some people are saying this is $18 million in cap space right away. Others are saying this isn't $18 million in cap space right away. This is $18 million in cap space over the next few years. So it really depends, because you got to remember, Fletcher Cox redid his contract last year. So this is kind of like a complex contract, okay? And Mike Garofalo, we'll just read what he said. He said, Fletcher Cox was released by the Eagles with a post-June 1st designation. Sources say at 4 p.m., $18 million would have become fully guaranteed. Cox is now a free agent, but the team and his representatives continue to have discussions about a possible return. Okay, so the Eagles would like to bring Fletcher Cox back. I would like to bring Fletcher Cox back. No, Fletcher Cox, not Fletcher's Cox. You know what I'm saying. I blame Joey for this. But you know what I'm saying. Fletcher Cox, not Fletcher's Cox. You know what I'm saying. Okay, sometimes it sounds weird. But they would love to bring him back. But the problem is right now you're playing a dangerous game, because what the Eagles are trying to do is save $18 million. I totally get it. That's a lot of money. His production has been declining. They talked about possibly trading him. It didn't work out. And here's how I see it. The Eagles go to Georgia yesterday. They go to the Georgia Pro Day, right? So they get to the Georgia Pro Day. They watch Wyatt and they watch Jordan Davis, right? And they look at both these guys and they're like, all right, these guys are good. These are guys are going to be good to go. You call up Howie. You say, hey, Howie, they're good to go, because they sent Jonathan Gannon there. And apparently they said Jonathan Gannon was talking to these guys for a long time. He had long conversations with both Wyatt and with Jordan Davis. And so my theory is that they liked what they saw. They're sold, and it was like, all right, let's play that. Let's take a chance here with Fletcher Cox. So they cut Fletcher Cox. He's post June 1st designation, but they're going to look to bring him back. And basically, when they redo his contract, it'll be at a cheaper price, and it will knock out that $18 million that was guaranteed. It's still going to have ramifications on their cap. They're still going to have to pay like $15 million in cap space for 2023. I couldn't find the exact number for 2022. There seems to be a lot of confusion, like I said. So we'll figure out what all that means later. But Fletcher Cox is cut. And the scary part is the Eagles may want him back. But you know how this NFL works. You have seen the amount of guys who were, hey, yeah, we'll go to you. Randy Gregory, oh yeah, I'll come to Dallas. I'll sign with you. We'll resign. No, I'm going to Denver. Right now, Fletcher Cox could get wooed. He could get, other teams to call up and try to offer him a boatload of money. Try to make it to, such a sweet deal that he can't turn it down. And this could be the last that we see Fletcher Cox in an Eagle uniform. This is a dangerous move because I think you need Fletcher Cox one more year. Or at least if you were going to trade him, get something for him. Now you're going to get nothing. And you risk losing him for nothing. And the team now I keep thinking about is the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers are trying to win. They're trying to make their defensive line a lot better. They got Bosa, right? Then they got, what's his face from, why can't I think of his name? Damn it. But Khalil Mack from Chicago. And there were already reports that they would love to add Fletcher Cox. Another team, Buffalo Bills, they have been linked to wanting to bring in Fletcher Cox. Now they got Von Miller. I mean, somebody that is close to winning a championship is going to try to pounce. This is a concern of mine. I think the Eagles are playing Russian roulette, man. This is dangerous if you really want Fletcher Cox back. And they have to know what the risks are. So, can the Eagles bring Fletcher Cox back on a cheaper deal? I hope so. I hope so, because I think Fletcher Cox and what he's done for the Eagles, how good of a player he's been, I'd hate to see him go out this way. But this is dangerous, man, because, you're trying to save $18 million, and I get it, but you got to be careful about this. So hopefully the Eagles can bring Fletcher Cox back and rework a deal. But as of right now, he's cut post June 1st designation, and we're going to have to wait and see how it plays out. I think that there's a very good chance now. I was thinking about this. Not only do I think the Eagles can take one of these defensive tackles in the first round, but if Jordan Davis and Wyatt are both there 15 and 16, don't be surprised if they take them both. They take them both. And then 19 come back. Some people saying Ojabo's going to fall to like 19. Well, if he does, you take Wyatt, Davis, and Ojabo. Boom. That's what I would do. But it's going to be very interesting. The Eagles, they're trying to save some money. They're trying to do some things, and they are taking a big risk in trading Fletcher Cox. So we're going to find out and see what happens. Now, this comes on the heels of Howie Roseman signing a 3-year contract extension. We talked about this earlier today, but Howie Roseman, he gets a 3-year contract extension. I think it's very interesting that on the second day of free agency, of official free agency, Howie Roseman is signing himself. So he signed Haason Reddick, and he signed himself to a contract this offseason. We haven't done anything else. We haven't done anything else as of yet. What is going on? I've said this before. Something has to be brewing. And I wouldn't be surprised that this Fletcher Cox situation, why they're trying to save the $18 million. I know they just don't want to pay him $18 million. I know, I get it. That's a lot. But they could be making some moves because they got a big move coming. You can feel it. The Eagles have something up their sleeve. There's something up their sleeve. There's something they're doing. And all these things, like moves like this, are a part of it. Now, what is that? I have no idea. I think, if I had to guess, I think you're going to see a big-time wide receiver come here. I think either a big-time wide receiver or safety. And I think the Eagles are going to do it through trade. I think they're looking for a big trade, and I think that's why they're trying to free stuff up right now. And also, it's why they've been so quiet. We just saw Allen Robinson. He just got signed by the Los Angeles Rams on a 3-year deal. Allen Robinson would have been perfect veteran for the Eagles. He's like 28 years old, so he's not too old, but he's got enough experience to help out the younger guys. He still can get downfield. Great deep threat, big body. he would have been perfect, but he goes to the Rams. And it's clear to me now, more than ever, that the Eagles do not want to pay for a wide receiver in this market. They don't want to. The guys are making too much. They think it's going to be better to go and get somebody who's already under contract, maybe in a rookie contract type deal. And they're going to try to make a trade for somebody like that. Maybe a Chase Claypool, Laviska Shenault, maybe Devontae Parker. I'm just throwing some names that possibly out there. Or maybe you really get some Quinones and you go for my man DK Metcalf. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch. But the Eagles right now, this move is not only just about $18 million in savings. It is. But there's so much more to that. I mean, this is Fletcher Cox we're talking about. This isn't, just somebody who's been there a while. Fletcher Cox was a big part of this team for a long time. He was a foundational piece to this team. And to see him get cut this way, the Eagles either have to know he's coming back, okay, which you'll never know until he signs, or this move is about $18 million and something that's getting ready to come down the pike. I don't know, maybe next 24, 48 hours. It seems like something is coming. The Eagles have a plan, no question about it. But yeah, we're gonna for those that don't want Fletcher Cox to go get, we're gonna be sweating this out over the next little bit, however long it takes for them to either resign him or see him go somewhere else. But you can bet whatever you want. There are going to be many, many teams right now looking to pounce on this, looking to go out and get Fletcher Cox and bring him to whoever team they are. A team that's trying to get to a Super Bowl. Could a team like the Chargers, team like Buffalo, will somebody like Tampa Bay step up? Who knows? Going to be interesting. But Fletcher Cox is cut, and I got to tell you, I'm in shock. With that said, just remember this. Take care. Talk to you later. Don't be a dingbat, and remember, it's Howie Vision, and you're all just living in it. Oh, wow, this is unbelievably crazy, man. This is crazy. Fletcher Cox is cut. He's cut out of nowhere. I know they want to trade him, but they didn't trade him. They ain't anything for him. Now, we've got Haason Reddick signed and nobody else. It's time to get going, Howie. It's time to get going. Denzel Washington, out.